I'm sure you've all seen the music video of Godzilla by Eminem. The effects in that music video are pretty cool, and I'm sure you've wondered how can I get the same effect. In the first effect, someone is on fire from the rage that they feel. In the second effect, we're going to get these big eyes for our subject. So let's jump into Filmora and find out how we can get these two effects. Let's start with the body on fire effect. Let's comb through the video with our playhead and find exactly where he screams. I'm gonna hit M, and then when they're down, we're going to hit M again. At the first marker, we're going to make a cut. And at the second one, we're just gonna go to Effect, AI Portrait, scroll down to Burning Body, place it on top, and now our character is on fire. You can also combine the two effects so that you get a more complete body on fire look. So drag the two burning body effects one track up to create space for this blinking eyes effect. Bring it underneath. We're going to double click. And basically you want to reduce the random color to 0. Then we're going to choose a color that's suitable for this fire effect. Let's choose this red. You can go for any other color. Increase the intensity to 1 and also the radius. Use the slider to find out how much of this glow effect you're looking for and work with the slider where it kind of gives us the glow from the burning eyes. Now let's bring these effects up one more time. Duplicate our video, Ctrl C. Ctrl V, bring it above, match it with the previous video, use human segmentation on the top clip. Basically, we have our subject isolated. If we turn off track 1, it's going to be a black screen. Let's bring this back and look for the color red in the effects menu. This is the filter that I will be using. You can use any other filter. Drag it onto this human segmentation clip so that we can have this red effect. Double click on the copy, go to color, and we can just work with the coloring of this effect. Let's go to tone, decrease the brightness so we can see more of that red, increase the saturation and the contrast. So we have a really detailed character that is on fire. Okay, once you're finished, match the duration of this human segmentation with the other effects. We want everything to be happening at the same time. And then right over here where we made a cut in the original video, we're going to add a transition that can show how epic the scene is. So grab a speed blur transition, you can choose a direction. I will go with blurry cross number 4. Place it in between these two videos and we will get a shake to our clip, which can show that when he activated his power, the whole room started to shake, and now he has fire powers. Bring all the top tracks up one more time so we can put something in the background. Go to the elements menu and let's look for fire. And we have these smoke screen elements. I will use 1 and 2. Let's place number 1 underneath this copy. Select the effect and just increase the sides. For the other smoke screen, we're gonna place it on top. So we have a sandwich effect right now. I'm going to split the base videos right where the effects end because he's cooling down back to his original form. The only effects that we're keeping after the cooldown are these smoke screens. We want to make them slowly fade out. So double click, go to one of the presets and we will choose fade out. So this effect is going to slowly fade out because now our subject is calm enough to not have his fire powers. Now do the same thing for the other smoke screen. We're also going to fade out this effect. So everything just fades out and he's just calm. So this was our first effect. Now let's move on to the second effect where we're going to give our subject big eyes. Let's clear our timeline and bring in our second video. So we have this close-up shot of this woman looking at the camera. And right after she blinks, I want her eyes to be really big, just like the effect that you probably saw in Eminem's video. Let's first zoom in and comb through the footage until we find where she blinks. Find the frame where her eyes are closed, then make a cut. And then decide how long you want these big eyes to last. I will go for the second blinking. So right here I have another frame where her eyes are closed. Make a cut. And this is the area we're going to be working with. Go to the effects menu and type in magnify. This is the effect that we're looking for. Place 2 of them on top of the section that you just defined. Each of these magnify effects are going to be for one eye, so that's why we need 2. Also, we want to put them on a separate track so it's easier to work with compared to putting it directly onto our video. I will hide one of these magnify effects so I can focus on one at a time. Double click. Let's reduce from the thickness. We do not want that white line. Then we're going to move the center X and Y to place it right on her eyeball. There we go. You can also fix the zoom rates. I will keep mine somewhere like this and then adjust the radius. I want to make sure that there's enough space between the top of the eye and the bottom because we're going to be masking this out. Now let's go to the second effect and do the same thing. Make sure that the 2 magnifier rings do not overlap one another. Let's move these 2 effects 1 floor up and then copy this segment by holding down Ctrl, pressing C, and then Ctrl V to make a copy. So let's first hide the duplicate video and work with one of the eyes. Double click on your first video, turn on motion tracking and create this box around the first eye. We can hide the visibility for both layers, the effect layers. Put this box right around her eye and then start tracking. Now open the drop down menu and choose one of the magnifies. I'm going to bring this one back so we can see which one is it that we're choosing. You can see that this magnify effect has this icon, meaning that it's now connected to the motion tracking of a video. Now do the same thing with the other video. Then choose the only available magnify effects. And now these 2 effects will be following the eye movements wherever they go. Hit OK once you're finished, and now we're going to export this video. Now clear your timeline and bring in the original video. And right on top, we want the base video that we just exported. Over here, we're going to find out where the eye effect showed up. Right over here. Make a cut on the first frame where these magnify effects show up, and then get rid of the rest. Do the same thing for the other side. Now double click on this segment, go to mask, and choose this rectangle mask that we're gonna place right on the eye effect. First, let's choose the right box. Once we have this, we're simply going to increase the radius of the mask so we get rounded edges instead of harsh ones. And then finally increase the blur strength. We're also going to place our original video right on top, match it with the video that's underneath, and then make the same cut as the video we have at the center. Then double click on this original video. We will create a mask, but this time it's just for the center rather than the eyes. So grab this rectangle, make it really skinny. It's basically for the bridge of the nose and in between the eyebrows. And then just increase the blur strength. And now we're finished. Just by following those simple steps, you will be able to recreate this effect. So now let's work together and create the same style.